Welcome everyone to Entre Nos podcast. Today we are going to be doing this podcast in English instead of Spanish. Also, I want to say welcome back to myself because I haven't done a podcast since March, or is it February? I don't remember. But I was very pregnant and I decided to take maternity leave from my podcast. And here we are now back. And I want to start again with my podcast episodes and being a little more active on our social media and creating more content for you guys. I'm sorry for those who speak Spanish only and won't be able to listen to this, but maybe you want to listen and you'll understand a little bit of it. Today we have a very special guest and someone I'm very excited to talk to. It's Amal Alesso. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay, awesome. It's interesting story. I'll just start, Amal, by giving our listeners a backstory of how this is even happening, how you are here with me today. It all started when, I was a teacher at Sunnyside High School, and I had the honor to participate in their graduation ceremony. While I was there was a wonderful student that went up to the podium and gave a very touching, very special speech. And I had to talk to that student. So I reached out to the principal, shout out to Mr. Torres. He was able to give me her contact information. And then here we are today. There's an interesting fact about why we are in contact, and we're going to keep being in contact because, as you guys, some of you know, before I left from maternity leave, quote unquote, I gave myself that, I had announced that we were going to be giving a scholarship to a first generation student or a minority student that wanted to pursue a career, either college career. The funds were going to be either for college or a tech career path. It didn't matter which one. Because I sent out a GoFundMe link, and I'm still going to advertise that GoFundMe link for you guys so you can pitch in. And so that money is going to be separate from the money that I had vouched to give. Regardless of what people had given to the GoFundMe, I was going to give a set amount, and then everything else was just going to be adding up to it. So because I'm going to be the main provider of funds for that part, I just decided to give it to Amal because there was no application process. I just decided to give it to her because she deserves it, obviously, and because she's very special, and I wanted her to be the first student to get it. You guys will learn more about her shortly. We'll hear more about her story. This will be given to her for anything that she needs for her college career, which is going to start soon. So yeah, that's the little intro, the backstory I wanted to give you guys on how this came to be, and then update you on the whole scholarship situation. We'll post more on our social media, and I'll keep you guys informed of how everything's going. I think it's going to be fun to see, because I'm planning to do this every year, and it'll be fun to see our students and then what they're doing in life, and then hopefully having them come back soon and telling us more about their life in college, how everything's going. And then maybe after that, we'll see how long we could keep this going. But for now, I will continue and ask Amal a few questions so that you guys can get to know her. Hi, Amal. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. So tell me first, I think the first thing I want to start with is to ask you about yourself and your story, and then we'll go into your high school experience, and then we'll go into your thoughts about college. So that's order that we'll go in. tell us a little bit more about you, your family, where you guys are from, how you guys got here to the US and all that. Hand it over to you so you can tell us more about you.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Amal Hasso. I was born in Syria. My I have 7 younger siblings.
7? Oh my God.
Yeah, 7.
Are you
And
the oldest?
yes, I am the oldest.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, we came here as refugees. We have been in the US for about 6 years. We came here for a better education and a better life, and especially to escape from the violence in my country, because there's a lot of violence that's going in Syria right now, so it's not safe to be there.
So repeat for us, where are you guys from? What country?
Syria.
Syria. Okay. Backstory, my parents are also here in the United States for legal purposes. Their situation is not the best here, and I'm the first one here, just like you, and just like a lot of people in our community, especially Sunnyside's community. So I always try to explain to people how, in my opinion, yeah, we're gonna get political. A lot of the countries that were in a position to help were the same countries that created the problems. So it was our responsibility to help people like Amal and her family and immigrants in other countries to help them have a better life and better opportunities or access to things that are no longer available in their own countries. So just, Amal and I are getting to know each other a little bit more. We've had one phone call, and hopefully she likes me because I'm talking on this podcast about this whole situation. When Amal was at Sunnyside and they said where she was from and her story, I was like, oh my God, I need to talk to this girl and I need to help her out. Amal, tell us how you guys felt when you guys were coming to the US. Like, what were you guys thinking? What was the process like? Whatever you feel comfortable telling us about your guys' journey here.
At first it was hard because like when we came here, we didn't know anyone, and we didn't speak English. Everything was hard, but there was people helping us at the beginning, but then they left us alone, so we were basically alone by ourselves in a different world. So it was so hard.
What do you
Especially
mean they left you alone?
because like we came as refugees.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they provide us a home and stuff, and then they just, I don't know what happened, they just left us alone. Like in the US, we don't even know anyone, so we worked hard and studied, and that's where we are right now. But like it was a hard experience. It was not easy.
If some of you guys don't know, there's this whole refugee center, I think, here in the US, and there's one in Tucson. So I imagine that they help you guys with where you're gonna go live, provide all your travel logistics and stuff. But I didn't know there was a point where they just like cut you guys off.
Exactly. Yeah, there is a point. They provide you a home, and then I think a job,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's their job, and then you're by your own again. It's not easy.
Oh my God. That's yeah. So that's super scary. You're just here and you don't know anyone.
Exactly.
For some of you guys, when I was at Sunnyside, I was an ELD teacher and I had some students who were refugees. So I had majority of my class was English learners were from Mexico, but I did have some students who were refugees from Africa. So some of them were from East Africa. And actually, Jimmy was the reason why I volunteered to help with the graduation. That's the reason why I was at graduation, because him and I got really close. And then he asked me to be his graduation. So I was like, you know what, Jimmy, let's do it. And he had the similar story. And maybe one day, actually, that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'll promise you a podcast with Jimmy as well. So we get to hear about him. And he was talking about how he came here and he got accepted, and his grandma got accepted, and his aunt got accepted, but his mom and dad didn't. So he came here, and his mom and dad and some of his siblings are still in Africa. So he didn't get to come to the US with his entire family. He hasn't seen his family in about 4 or 5 years, I think, his mom and dad. So did you come with your entire family?
Yes, I did come with my entire family.
Okay, so I'm so happy to hear that, because I was about to be like, no, please tell me you came with all your family. So that was his situation, and I'm sure he doesn't know exactly what happened, and maybe we'll learn more about it. But I'm happy to know that you came here with your entire family. But the reality is some people don't, and it just makes it even more, harder to deal with. My parents have 20 years that they haven't been back to Mexico. Yeah, it's been 20 years. They've been here since 2000, the summer of 2000. So it's really hard, and I empathize a lot with immigrants and with refugees, because it's a really hard thing to come from somewhere and then come to a place where you don't know anyone, you don't know the language. So how long did it take you to learn English, Amal?
For me, so when I came here, they put me in ELD classes. When I went to high school, I did ELD classes in my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in sophomore, they told me, because I had good grades in regular English, so they say I don't need it anymore. So basically, like my freshman year.
Your English is so good.
Thank you. I came like here with no English.
Oh my God. I can't. Oh my God. Some of my students they've been here since middle school, I think, and some since elementary, and they're just so scared of speaking the language, and so they don't practice it a lot, and they're still struggling with it. But your English is amazing, so congratulations to you for learning English and speaking it so well. Like, even I have some issues still, and I've been here since I was 7 years old. Spanish is my first language. So I was also an English learner, like you guys were, like you and some of my students were. Your first year, I'm sure it was very hard for you to learn a new language, new school system. And tell me, what kept you motivated to keep going and doing well in school and learning English?
My parents, because I want to make them proud, and then I will do whatever it takes to make them proud.
Oh my God, me too. I'm gonna cry because I'm here trying to get my master's, and that's the only thing that's keeping me going. Like, being a first generation Latina, getting a master's degree is 1%, less than 1%, I think. So
for us in our countries, like my family, like there's a bunch of girls who are in Jordan. I'm the only one who's still studying. I'm the only one who have like a diploma, high school diploma. None of the others have. So that made them proud. My parents are proud of me now. And especially when I did the speech, they were more proud.
I was super proud of you. When you were gonna say that, because in your speech, I'm gonna tell people, you said, I'm the first woman to graduate. And I thought you were gonna say to go to college, right? Or get accepted to college. But when you said I'm the first one to graduate high school, I was like, oh my God. I've had forgotten how my own community, that is a reality. Some people don't even, their parents didn't even go to high school or graduate high school. And I was still in my own little world where I was still like college. So when I heard your speech, I was like taken back a little bit, and I took some time to reflect. That is true. Some students are really, this is very special for them. Their high school graduation is huge because they're doing something their parents haven't done before or their family. So when you said that in your speech, I was like, oh my God. So your parents really push you to go to school and go to college and get your degree, and they're very supportive of you as well. Are you hoping to give your siblings that example as well? Do they want to go to school? Do they like school?
Yes, like right now I have my brother is 14 years old because I graduated like 1 year early. So it's like Amal helped me to do the same as thing as you did. So I motivate them, you know what I mean? Because I'm the oldest. So I motivate them to keep going on their education.
Oh yeah, fun fact, I forgot, guys. She's graduated a whole year early. So not only is she I'm just so proud. I'm getting the chills. To be honest, because it just makes me so happy to know you and to have you in this conversation. It's like you're just super badass. Like I'm gonna say that. It's like you're so badass. You came here your freshman year. Like I thought you had been here like longer, and you learned English and you pushed through school and you're graduating a whole year early. Like how did that happen? Did you just take extra classes or summer school?
Yeah, because like I came here when I was like when I was 11. So basically I was like 7th grade.
Mhm,
So, but like they did not put me in ELD English. My first class in ELD was I think in 8th grade, and
mhm.
it was at the end of the semester. So I don't know if that count. But yeah, so I took extra classes. I was at Amphi High School. I don't know if you know it.
Mhm.
They refused to give me extra classes. So we moved houses. So I came to Sunnyside, and I took my junior year. I took extra classes, and I have been doing every summer. I take extra classes. That's how I made it to graduation. But the most hard was my junior year because I tried to put everything together, like 2 years in one. Oh my God, it was so hard.
What do you mean 2 years in one? What did you try to do?
Because no, because I was a junior and I was trying to put in a senior year, like take double classes, you know what I mean? So I did my junior year work in the school, and then my senior year like online. I took courses and I would go test out of them, you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So yeah, because I think in December of last year, I need like about like 6 classes to finish, and each one is 2 semesters, so that's basically 12. And I finished them by February.
Oh my God.
I like sometime I would not even sleep because I want to get it done. You know, it's about how bad I want it.
So who told you, hey, you should finish school early, or was that just something you figured
No,
out and wanted to do?
my parents, they're like, if you graduate early, it's gonna be a good opportunity for
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean. That way, I have it earlier in college. So
That's so smart. Your parents are so smart.
thank you.
But I'm sure it was a lot of work. Also, tell us what was another. So, did you apply for more than one university? To
No,
more than one?
no, I went because I wanted to go to the University of Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
That was my big one.
Your big one. Oh, and so you just applied to the U of A, and then you tell us about how did you react, or when you were accepted, or tell us about that day.
It's a hard day. I'm not gonna lie. I got accepted to University of Arizona on February 8th, 2021. I was so excited. I was happy. And then later that day, my grandmother passed away unexpectedly. So that was so hard for me. It was not easy. Like, I don't know. I was happy at the same time, but at the same time sad. And that took my energy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then because I was almost to graduation, so I cannot fall apart. So I kept pushing myself to finish, and I did finish it, but it was not easy. And again, I grieve her loss, and I hope so she's in a better place right now.
That was definitely a hard thing to listen to when we were at graduation, and you were giving your speech, because that's something that you mentioned, and you also honored your grandma in your speech and your parents. So I thought that was very special. It was very hard. So on top of everything that you had going on, you had a day like that one so close to graduation, and you still managed to make it and graduate. And I think that graduation overall was very special because that whole class of 2021 had really been through a lot. And even my students, I empathized a lot with them. I know it was a really hard year for them. I know it was a really hard for you guys. And I was very, very proud of each and every one of you graduating that day. And I'm sure other students as well, were grieving a loss because a lot of people did lose their lives since COVID happened. So I was, yeah, it's really, really hard. And I'm just so proud of you for being one of the other students who, just kept working hard given the circumstances. Tell us about, now we're gonna go, so that was you in high school, and mainly tell us like what, who helped you in school. Like, was there anybody there that you really appreciate and someone that was always there pushing you at Sunnyside?
Yeah, I have like basically everyone was pushing me, but the most one, her name was Luna. I was in her infant center when I was sophomore, and she helped me, push me. Sometimes I would go like cry to her because of the amount of work I had to do. She will push me to do the work. And my counselor, Danielle Kalboja, she pushed me to do the work also. I really appreciate them, and I really appreciate their help. And they will be always in my heart. I will never forget them.
What would they tell you? What would you go in there and talk to them about?
Yeah, because like I would like sometimes I want to give up, because I will be so tired. I would not get enough sleep. And like especially Miss Lona, she would tell me like, just do it. It will be worth it at the end. And she will keep pushing me. And then if I need help, she will help me, you know? So she was the one like to push me to do the everything. But of course I had to take efforts and time and energy from me. But at the end I did it.
Well, I'm so glad we have people like that at
Yeah,
Sunnyside that really help and push our students.
exactly.
And so now that was high school, now that you're in college and you're preparing yourself, tell us a little bit more about what you plan to do, what career you're pursuing, and your plans for the future.
So my plan is to study medical, because I want to go back to Syria and help the others, because I know they need help. And also I will do my best at everything to do like to keep my goal, you know what I mean?
And your goal is to go back to Syria and
Yes.
practice. What kind of, because you told me specifically what you wanted to do with in med school, what your specialty was going to be.
I'm thinking of pediatrician.
Pediatrician. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's a lot of kids that need help there. And if you see the news, you will know by yourself. So I want to help my country, you know what I mean? I will get educated here, and then I will go do whatever I can in Syria to help the others.
What did your parents think about going back to Syria?
For now, they say no, but like I'm pretty sure when because I'm only 17, and right now is not a good time to go to Syria. But maybe like after 4 or 5 years, they will not mind. They will be proud of me, because I will be helping there. I'm not going to play or something. I'm not wasting my time. I'm helping others.
So why don't you want to stay here and work at a fancy hospital? Or
because fancy hospital is not everything. I want to be a doctor to help others. I don't want to be a doctor to get money or be in a fancy place. These things I could get it whenever I want, but helping a life means a lot to me, and that's what's important.
Oh, you're so great. I'm so happy to meet you. Hopefully we stay in touch and I get to be here to help you in whatever it is that you need. we figured out your advising situation and yours, and I'll look at your schedule thing later. But I reached out to some of my friends that I met in college that went to med school, or some of them are currently in med school and some of them graduated this last spring semester. And the one that I specifically reached out to, shout out to Savannah. So I hope to keep helping you throughout your journey and helping any other students. So if anybody else has sibling or a cousin or a friend or someone that they know that is, going to college or has all these goals and aspirations for a career, no matter what it is, send them my way and send them to the podcast way, and we'll help them out as much as we can with and giving our network and people. That's what I want to do, is help students like me, students like Amal, be successful and help them out as much as I can, because I did the focus group for my independent project for grad school. And being a teacher also, I've learned a lot. I know that it's very helpful to have people there to help you that you can relate to and that you feel comfortable with, that are generally going to be there to help you and really are generally there to see you succeed and to see you achieve your goals. So I know that was a thing for me when I was in high school and I was getting, mentored and advised. And it's like, if I'm going to get advice from someone who doesn't look like me or who doesn't know my language or who hasn't been through the things that I've been through, they probably are not going to understand me. And I probably won't feel comfortable with them. You guys who are listening, if anybody has anything that they want to ask, just go ahead and send us a message and we'll be happy to, or an email or whatever it is. We have our contact information so that we can help you with whatever it is that you need. So Amal did get a full ride scholarship, right? You got the Wildcat Excellence, I read.
Yes.
Online. So tell us about that scholarship. Is it going to cover your tuition, or what's going to happen with that?
As I heard, yes, it's gonna cover my tuition for the classes, but I still have to buy the books from my own money. That's how I know.
Okay, so I got a full ride scholarship too, and you guys know about this, the last episode. So it is very helpful to get your tuition paid for, and we did as well. We also got an extra stipend based on our FAFSA, but even then, it was a lot of extra expenses. It was the books that are going to cost like $100. We're happy to give them all this. It's not much, but I know it's going to make a difference because I've been there. A lot of you guys don't know, parking, for example, at the U of A is going to be like $500 a semester or something, and it's a permit. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of expenses. Meals, especially if you're going to be stuck at the library and you don't have time to go home, or you don't have time to prep a meal and you have to eat on campus, things add up, and it's a lot of expenses. Okay, so now before we end, we're just gonna quickly ask Amal, like I've done before, a few questions to get to know her a little bit more. Okay, Amal, are you ready?
Yes.
Don't be nervous. I'm just kidding. Everyone's like, oh, I'm so nervous to be on your podcast. And then someone asked me to be on their podcast, which I had to get back to them. I will get back to you. I was just very pregnant and I wasn't able to even breathe and talk on a podcast. So my last podcast, I had to edit so much because I couldn't breathe and I would go like that and you would hear it in the audio. And I was like, oh my God, I have to take that out. Don't be nervous, Amal. It's super fun. So, okay, here are the questions. What is your favorite show in Netflix?
I don't watch a lot of Netflix. I watch basically Middle Eastern shows. So
Middle Eastern shows? Are there like soap operas?
yeah, kind of, yeah.
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 Yeah, like okay. When I know Arabic, I'll watch those to see if they're
Okay.
as good as the Mexican novelas. Do you watch any like scary movies, or is there a genre that you prefer?
I like to watch action.
Action movies? Okay. So do you like all the Marvel movies?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Those are my favorite. So, what is your favorite food?
As an American food or Middle Eastern food?
Well, usually my friends are Mexican, so I ask them what their favorite Mexican food is. But I want to ask you what's your overall favorite food? It doesn't matter what it is, and then you could give me your American food.
Uh, for for us, because we cook like a lot of chicken and rice, so basically that's kind of my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And the rice is different flavors, so just rice and chicken.
Uh-huh.
And then
So
for
is
the
it like the jasmine rice? The
yeah, the jasmine rice, yes.
yeah.
But they
See,
put
I
like
know.
you know.
Okay. I know. I know some things about Middle Eastern cuisine and Indian cuisine. I was lucky to have some friends in college that were from all places, and I got to try some very awesome food. So yeah, I love Turkish food, and there's a lot of food. Mediterranean food is really good too. Um,
Maybe we will have you someday come to our house and try our food.
Oh my God, I'm the biggest foodie ever, Amal. Don't tell me
Okay.
that because I will go over in a heartbeat. I love traveling, but my favorite part about traveling is all the good food I get to try.
You're the
And
same as me.
yeah, and everywhere I go, everywhere I travel, even here in the US, I Google where's the best place to go eat. And even if it's usually not the big restaurants, it's like the little restaurants that have the best, most authentic food. My husband says I'm picky, but now that I've had him try the really authentic food, I was like, I'm not picky. I'm just used to the best thing, you know? You can't go back from that. It's Mexican food. I can't eat it anywhere because I've tasted the best Mexican food in the world. So I can't, everything else just tastes not good.
Exactly.
But I am so down to go and try your favorite. Okay. And so what's your favorite American food?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings, boneless or regular?
Bonus.
Boneless? Okay. Yeah, those are my little sister's favorite too. Do you eat a lot of spicy food?
Yes,
Yeah.
because of the
Well,
spices. It's Middle Eastern, so
yeah,
basically,
Middle East. Yeah, that's true. You're exposed to spice. Have you tried any Mexican food lately
no.
since you've been here?
No, because I don't go out a lot. I barely like I eat at home. So
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's true. Well, I'm gonna have to have you try Mexican food. Oh my God, I'm like you live in Tucson, Arizona. You're 45 minutes from Mexico. It's very similar too. So we'll trade dishes one day.
sure, that'll be
Okay. Do you know how to cook?
yes,
You do?
yes, I
Well,
do.
you're the oldest sister. Do they make you cook for all your siblings?
Yeah, when I don't have school, yes.
Yeah, same. So that's why I'm the only one that knows how to cook and my little sister doesn't because I had to cook for her. Is there something that you like to cook that's your favorite thing to cook?
No, I cook like everything basically. Whatever come to mind, I cook it. So
Is there something that you love to cook?
I don't know what's called in English, but it's called mlokhiyeh. It's like leaves. It's not leaves, but yeah,
Mhm.
it's like green thing. I don't know if you've heard of it.
And what do you do with that?
You cook it and then you eat it.
Oh, really? I thought you were gonna say the ones that they're the olive leaves, the ones that you fill with rice or meat.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I do. I do that one. So we put the rice inside them and then we wrap them and then
Mhm.
we cook them and then they're good. And especially
Okay.
when you put on them lemon, they're fantastic.
Yeah. So, but you don't eat just the leaves, right? You eat them
Oh
with the
no,
red.
yeah.
See, that's where I was going with. I was like,
No.
wait, not sure I'm familiar with that dish. So I'm you're super young and I'm sure you guys don't like drink. So maybe a religion thing as well. But do you love I know you guys love to drink tea, right?
Yes,
Do you guys drink coffee? Which one's your favorite?
mine's coffee. I don't like that tea. I,
Really?
I mean, okay, drink it, but I drink coffee more than tea.
Oh, okay. I prefer
Uh,
tea. I'm a tea lover.
oh,
I
coffee.
love I especially love tea in like the afternoons. Like everyone says, "Oh, you're so European." I was like, "No, I used to do that way before I went to Europe. I really wasn't like a big coffee person." and I always loved tea. So when I got older and I got adult money, I always made sure to buy tea and like have nice teas and try new flavors and stuff. And now they add milk to them. So like
Yeah.
certain teas with like almond milk and like coconut milk, they taste pretty good. But yeah, I'm a tea person. So yeah, those were all of the questions I had. Amal, thank you so much for being here with us, and we'll post with your permission pictures of you so people get to know you a little bit more, and then we'll keep them updated about how it's going. Maybe we'll have you on the podcast again.
Sure.
And I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that the universe put everything aligned so that we can meet, and I can help you, and I can see you, accomplish your goals, because I'm sure you're going to. Maybe in the future you'll also help me with Arabic, because I want to learn Arabic.
Sure.
Hopefully, a lot of people that I love that know Arabic and that's their language, and I hope to visit them soon, and I hope to visit the Middle East soon when things get better, obviously. But that is my goal, Amal, to learn Arabic in the next 5 years, hopefully, so that when I go and visit, I know the language. I want to be able to defend myself and have conversations in Arabic, Amal. So you're going to have to help me if you have time.
Yes.
We'll see if you have time, because you're going to be probably pretty busy with school, but it's one of my goals. And I know that it's helpful to learn languages and to practice it often. Let's see, guys. Let's see if Amal helps me learn Arabic.
Of course, I will do my best.
Awesome. Well, is there anything that you would like to tell a student that is struggling right now to stay motivated?
Just do it. At the end, it will be worth it. I know it's gonna be hard. Just wait for the end. What I did for me, every time I give up, I just imagine the graduation day. That's how I keep motivating myself. I imagine my parents, how like their smile on their face and how proud they are, and that motivate me more. So just keep doing your best, and everything will get through.
Thank you so much, Amal.
Thank you.